please.
Yeah, hey, Matt. Just the slow start in the first half. What was your view on what all went wrong defensively and all that stuff?
Yeah. Well, obviously, Kyle Young was a big part of that. I thought he was great, and obviously he got hurt in the game, and that was a blow for them. He was fabulous and knocked down some threes. He's not a traditional three-point shooter. You got to give him credit. You really got to give him credit. I wasn't upset about that. I just thought Ohio State was quicker to the basketball. They were just better than us in the first half. They made more plays. They made more shots. They got more 50 balls. So you just got to give them a lot of credit. And I thought in the second half, obviously we were able to, make some of those plays and make some of those hustle plays and do a better job.
Mike Carmen, go ahead. You're on mute, Mike. Mike, you're on mute. Hang on.
Okay, there I am.
There, go ahead. I put you back on mute. You're back on mute.
All right, Matt, your players just talked about communication in the first half, or the lack thereof. I mean, after so many games of having what would appear to be good communication on the defensive end, why the breakdown today?
Yeah, just some simple things. We had two different situations where ball screens were called out for a switch as we had to adjust after Kyle Young hit those. And then, the on-ball defender 2 different times just didn't react to it. And then we had a scramble play at the end of the first half where 2 guys went to get Dwayne Washington. Neither one of them calls my ball to push the other guy over. And they both leave the ball, and he sticks a 3. So just lack of communication. I don't know what really to say to you. Like, you have to do a better job of communicating, especially when you're in a scramble or you're in ball screen defense.
Bob, go ahead. Bob Kravitz. You're muted. You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Guys, when you're done asking a question, please put yourself on mute. There's a lot of background noise.
Okay, apologies. Matt, 2 years ago when you guys reached the Elite Eight, you guys got knocked out in the quarters of the Big Ten Tournament. Is there not a good side to losing, certainly, but is there another side to it, maybe an advantage in the rest that you get in the preparation time?
Yeah, it's obviously not what you want. Like, you want to be able to win this game and opportunity to play a great team like Michigan. And but yeah, you get more rest at this time, and you also get on edge. I think that's probably more important for us, that we got to things. And I think when you win 5 straight, Bob, I think you're sometimes flippage. Not sometimes, you have flippage. You're winning games, but you're still mistakes. We got to do a good job just in concentration and just being more detail oriented. But yeah, there's definitely an advantage to it. I think any coach that would have the opportunity would say they want to win the game as a competitor and then try to win a Big Ten tournament championship. But after it's over with and you can't control that, you do take the positive side of it. And if you take somebody like Jim Boeheim or Mike Krzyzewski or Tom Izzo, the guys that have been around for 30 to 40 years in coaching, and they have so much data. Those guys will tell you, you have your positives and you have your negatives to advancing deep into your conference tournament or getting knocked out pretty early. And, hopefully, you're stuck. So, you might as well take the silver lining and the positives of it and make the most of it.
Kevin, go ahead.
Coach, I know you've been probably, around long enough to see both sides of this, but I'm curious your thoughts on why the momentum from late in the second half didn't carry into the overtime.
Yeah, that's a great question. I went a long time when I first started at Purdue to win an overtime game. Then we were great in overtime games. And then we were kind of been back and forth seesaw. I don't know my exact record, or our exact record in the last 16 years, but you want to be able to carry that I can only go on practical things. Sometimes when you go back and you watch tape, you can kind of figure some things out, maybe more in theory. But, we don't box out on a free throw. We don't box out the next play. We take a tough shot in transition when we should just go get a layup. And then we just didn't. We had some shots and some plays around the rim. We just didn't finish like we were finishing in the second half. So, to the best of my ability, from just a knee-jerk reaction after, going through it, that's what I would say to you is that we made more plays in the second half. We didn't make, Ohio State made more plays in the first half, but then in the overtime, obviously we needed to make more plays. But if you look at the actuality of the playing of the game, you got to make your free throws to win a game, and we didn't make our free throws. But if you look at the playing, we did a pretty good job after the position that we were in. We just got, we just dug ourselves such a huge hole. But we have to shoot free throws better. And we just didn't reward ourselves. We did a lot of positive things. We went to the free throw line 27 times to their 18, which is great because, we fouled on purpose a couple times there at the end. We just pounded that thing in and went right at them. And, but you got to finish it. If you don't make your free throws, it's a big part of the game. And we didn't, and they're able to advance.
We'll go two more, Nathan and then Brian.
Matt, when we were talking to Travion a couple minutes ago here, he wasn't exactly sure why he'd been taken out there midway through that overtime period. I was hoping that you could maybe give us shed a little light on kind of what you were thinking.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, just the two box outs. You didn't have the two box outs, and in transition that play, I just thought he was tired, and his backup's really good too. Zach Edey's really good. His efficiency numbers are good on defense. His efficiency numbers are good on offense. And go look at Zach Edey's numbers in the last 10 games. Go look at his minutes per game and go look at numbers. Look at Travion's second half numbers. Travion has been unbelievable in the second half of the season. Maybe the best player in the country in the second half, especially when we're down. He's been so good, but I think he had to shoulder such a load. I thought he had a couple fatigue mistakes there. And so just trying to get him out right there. But, I didn't put in the guy down the street. I put in a really good basketball player.
Brian, last one. You're still on mute, Brian. Go ahead.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
We weren't able to unmute. I apologize. Matt, just you already mentioned the missed free throws. Why was it so widespread, you think? I know that's kind of general, but it seemed like it was everybody. Any particular theories there?
No. Obviously, it's, one of those things that, you'd like to get back because I think we have a lot of guys that, maybe outside of one or two guys that shoot really good percentage. It didn't knock them down. Just, you got to step back. But it's part of the game. It's part of it. And hopefully it'll help us, concentrate and do
Anyone else for Coach Painter? Cool. Thank you, guys.